Hey, welcome back to the Buddy Show. We are prime time, coast to coast, border to border, and coming to you once again from the beautiful city of Chiang Mai in northern Thailand. I think I'm going to call today's video cost of living update because that's what it's going to be, a cost of living update. And at the end, I got some other stories, but I'll save them for another video. At the end, I'm going to talk about the response that I got from the angry feminists. So be sure and stick around to the end so you can hear that. So cost of living, as I've mentioned in other videos, the important thing to think about in all of this, and it's something that if you've not left your own country, you'll never think about, and that's exchange rate, by the way. As I mentioned, when I first moved here, the dollar was doing great against the baht, and my rent is 10,000 baht a month, which I'll talk about in the list. I'm not going to put these up online because I don't know how to do any of that. This is not, maybe eventually I'll learn how to do that to make this not just, Buddy the talking head, but we'll see. 10,000 baht a month. So when I first moved here, 10,000 baht was $265. Now haven't checked it since this morning, but it's around about 33.50, I think. So my rent has gone up to about $305 a month. Now that's, it's a significant raise in rent if you look at your own rent or mortgage and do the percentages, but it's still not much money. I made less money when I first retired, the exchange rate became such that when I left Guadalajara, my rent was about $350. When I went to Bali, it was three something, and then it rose up to about $350. So I can spend $350 and standing on my head. Now, in those other two places, I didn't have to pay utilities, so that's a difference right there. This is a real apartment, and Bali was a hotel room, and Guadalajara was a studio, very, very small studio. I liked it. It was a great neighborhood. But anyway, so you have to take exchange rate into consideration because your money doesn't change. If you have a pension or Social Security retirement, that number is fixed, except when they very rarely give out cost of living increases, which they have done twice since I have retired. Okay. And so what have I got here? My phone. I just paid my phone bill. It was 426.93 baht, which I'm not using today's exchange rate, so because I just don't want to write it all down again. You can look it up yourself. It's easy enough. 426.93 was $12.75. It was actually cheaper in Mexico by $3 or $4. My Wi-Fi was $631, 631.25 baht, which comes out to about 1886. Electricity, which is other than rent by far the highest, 841.25 baht, which came out yesterday to $25.13. My rent, as I said, was 10,000, and I'm sorry, actually that has gone down. It was up as high as 305. Yesterday it was 298.89. So again, it's not, we're talking really nickels and dimes, but it adds up, I suppose. Water, have to buy water here. I've not seen it where you can buy like 5 liters, like I had in Mexico. In Bali, friends lent me a water filter purifier, so that was great. The last time I lived in Mexico, the apartment that I shared with 4 other Mexican guys had a water filter. So it's nice not to pay for water. You can't drink the water here, I should obviously. That comes down to 12,164.43 baht, which is about $363.55. So those are living expenses. Those are fixed. Again, the exchange rate will change, and your usage wherever you live might change. I seldom ever use air conditioning I haven't used the fan since until recently. Because it's been winter here, and that, like I said, goes down to about sometimes 57, 60, 70 at night. And in the morning is when it's the coolest. It's wonderful. Um, so I haven't used the fan for a couple of months, and the air conditioner I just turned on. It. We're back in the days that when I go outside, I immediately say, "Fuck, it's hot." So. Welcome to Southeast Asia. Welcome to so everything else, which means like food. I don't eat out a lot, but I buy food to bring back home a lot, prepared food from the restaurants. And it was funny. I found a new lunch place day before yesterday, and I got my order, and it was again cheap enough, 40, 50. So it was 130 baht for all of it. And I gathered up my stuff and paid, and the cook immediately sat down at a little table, cracked open a can of Chang beer, and began drinking the beer. This is like, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so that was cool. So everything else, so take out food or take home food, take away, incidentals, booze, beer, vodka, orange juice. I invented this drink. It doesn't have a name, Thai screwdriver maybe. That's kulov, which, despite the name, is Thai. Vodka, a shot of that, and half a shot, 3/4 of a shot of peach soju. So you could use peach vodka. It wouldn't give it the sweetness, so you might want to add peach schnapps or something. And then top it with OJ and ice. It's delicious. It's refreshing. You have to be very careful not to drink too many because it's very easy to do so. And buying things from Lazada, which is Southeast Asian's answer to Amazon, because we don't have Amazon here. They do in the Philippines. Also Shopee, which is another place. I did buy one thing. I tried to buy something from Shopee, but it never came. So I haven't really used them. I've used Lazada a couple of times. When I first got here, I bought an espresso machine. I bought stevia, some other stuff. Bought that mic that I could never figure out. So what it comes down to, I'm not sure the numbers are completely correct. It looks like I spent over the period of a month, and not spent, but took out of the bank. Because what I do, anyway, the number is $798.09. What I end up doing is when I get my check, I go to the ATM and I take out 25,000 baht. Because that's as much as you can take out at one time, and regardless of the withdrawal, they're going to charge you 220 baht. I have Charles Schwab account. I highly recommend that you get a Charles Schwab account. They refund all ATM fees, and I've had very little problem with them. A couple of times they have not closed my account, but made it so I was unable to withdraw. I called them, we worked it out. Okay, Mr. Tripp, we weren't sure about this purchase, so we want to protect your money. And I'm cool with that, thank you. I want you to protect my money. So yeah, Charles Schwab, it's a brokerage account. I think there are other banks that will refund ATM fees, but I can't remember, it was Gio or Paul. One of them said get a Schwab. It must have been Paul, because neither of them have Schwab accounts. Maybe it was Rike. And so you want to get your Schwab account in the U.S. You can't get it outside the U.S., so get it while you're there. I would put a loved one on it with me if I were you. That way, if something happened and you didn't have access, your loved one, your child, your spouse, your whatever, not a significant other, make sure someone you can trust and are related to. They can take out money from your account and wire it to you. You also want to get a Western Union account and a Wise account, because both of those you can, for a fee, be wired money. Okay, so I think that's it. If you want to know anything else about cost of living, please comment in the comments below. The Angry Feminist. So I put my YouTube videos up on my Facebook account, and she, who will remain nameless, she was, I mean, very, very vicious responses, and I blocked her because, I'm sorry, we weren't friends, we graduated together, and if you're going to be an asshole, then go be an asshole somewhere else. She, in the same reply, in the same breath, saying how happy she was with her own husband, and that the fact that he gave her a mink coat and jewelry, said that Southeast Asian women getting involved in age gap relationships, or for that matter, any woman who would go against her way of thinking and involve herself with an older man, is young, dumb, and, no, what is it? Yeah, young, dumb, and poor. Oh, God forbid somebody should be young and poor. That automatically makes them dumb. What a twat waffle. All right, that's enough of that. So I've blocked her so she won't be able to respond. I've got another, not a scammer story, but an interesting story along those lines. And I'll tell you that in the next video. I'm going to try to keep these short so you watch the whole video. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell button. Bang that gong. And until then, I'm going to try to keep these videos coming in a little quicker. So, all right. Hey, stay frosty.